All right. Okay. Hello guys. Okay, so there's 6 of you here and like 2 people on Discord, I think. So today we're gonna talk about dialogue systems. Wait, who's year 1 here? Year 1? Year 1? Year 2? Year 2? Year 3? 3? 4? Ah, master student. Okay, interesting. I never heard of master student before. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about 2 things. One is dialogue systems. The other one is gonna be puzzle design. So who here has played Baba Is You? Baba Is You. Okay, sure. We're gonna talk about why it's such a good game later. By the way, dialogue systems. What are some reasons to have a dialogue system? Open-ended question. Can someone log into Discord and then if yeah, you're on Discord, right? Help if anyone on Discord say anything, just let me know. Okay. So what are some reasons to have a dialogue system?
I'll say side cannot, right?
Huh? Side cannot. Really? Really cannot? Wait, am I? Bro, wait. This guy's not even viewing the. You need to click. You need to click view. What is it? View. Watch stream, right? Watch stream. Or double click live. Yeah. Okay, no mind. The guy's in. Okay, fantastic. Okay, back to the question. Yeah, so if you're on Discord, just let me know. If you want to answer a question, you can unmute yourself. I can hear you. Or you can type in the chat. Okay. So what are some reasons to have a dialogue system? Yes. Yeah, go ahead. Anything? Very good, okay. More progression, okay. Anything else? Storytelling, okay. Very good. Illusion of choice, okay. Yeah, okay, make a connection with the player. Anyone, anything like meta about dialogue systems? Is there ever a dialogue system that feels very meta to you? Any game? Sorry? Buy time for, okay. Interesting actually. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Uh-huh. Why is it meta to you? Why was Doki Doki meta? Okay, we are talking about file interaction. Okay, sure. So but essentially, yeah, you all got understood. So it's essentially a means of communication. Do you all know these games here? Because I'm a very big indie fan. All these are indie games. Yeah, because this. I'm pretty sure you don't know this one. You know this one? Like Wonder Potion, Korean company. No? Okay, have you heard of Sanabi? So, some people are talking about it. Okay, so this the one on the bottom left is Katana Zero. Korean indie studio. I love their products. All their products are amazing. We're gonna talk about this dialogue system later. This one, on the off chance someone knows it. Okay, Lil Guts, man. It's basically a Papers, Please clone, but I feel like they did the dialogue system a lot better. So we're gonna explore this later on also. Okay, so how will you design a dialogue system? Let's discuss. Those in Discord, you can discuss, like unmute and discuss, or like put in the chat. So what are elements in a dialogue system, or thinking about the UI, like what exactly has to have? If you're thinking about dialogue system, if you don't have this UI, you cannot have a dialogue system. Think about that. And is there anything you may need to take note in the back end? I think this is a very CS question, so just ignore it. Yeah, and think of some examples in games that are very unique and has really good UI. So take 2 minutes, discuss among yourselves. Hello. You can join either table. You're here for the design course, right? Okay. Yeah, you can join either table if you want. Yeah. Yeah. So all those on Discord, you can silently talk about it or talk in the chat. Or you can talk with me. Yes, hello, this one, unmute your mic. Do you want to discuss? Oh no, okay. Yeah, so basically, um, just think about what elements there are in the dialogue system. Like, if you don't want to discuss, you can think about it yourself. Yeah. And then you have like 1 more minute to think about it. And then share some unique examples. You can share in the chat if you want. From experience, they're quite shy. So just type on chat lah. Just type in chat. Okay, 1 more minute. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, okay, I'm just gonna take my sense. What year are you? Year to CS? CN. Oh, interesting, interesting. No wonder you're here. Okay. What's your name again? Maria. Okay. Very cool. Do you know Jia Yu from CNM? Okay, never mind, 3 years you're older than you. Okay, anyway, yeah, let's discuss. What are some elements that make up a dialogue system? What are some very essential, cannot, if you don't have this, you don't have a dialogue system. What is it? Sorry? Text boxes, okay? Hi. You can join like that table to make it somewhat even. Hello. So okay, text box, anything else? Is it? Okay. Is there any other elements? Sure, sure. We have a dialogue system without words. How? Without words or audio. Is that a dialogue system like that? Right? Very interesting. Tuning. Have you all played tuning before? Right? Okay, so if you don't know what tuning is, okay, for those on Discord. Yeah, and if you want to answer stuff on Discord, I'm also looking still. So tuning is a game. Okay, I won't spoil it because this is like the actual premise of the game. You play as a fox going through a thing, and the game doesn't tell you what your controls are. The control scheme is totally unknown to you. So you have to go through the game and gather pieces of paper, like basically instruction manual, right? And the issue is that the instruction manual is in a random language you cannot. Horrible. Wait. Okay. It's in a random language you cannot decipher. But it's a meta game in such that you can actually read the language if you try hard enough. But yeah, okay, ignore this is a spoiler. But yeah, so you actually don't understand language. So it's yes, you can say it's a dialogue system, and it doesn't really use words because it uses symbols. Is there any more examples you can think of? Baldur's Gate, how? Right, right. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Very good. Okay, anyone on Discord want to add anything? Uh, okay, I got wait. Okay, I'm recording. Okay, good. Yep. Okay, makes sense. Okay. So let's talk about some basics for dialogue systems to give you a little bit more exposure. So a dialogue system has to include at least 2 different characters who engage in verbal discourse. This is not monologuing. Okay, can anyone refute my definition? I always ask this like every single time and no one has been able to do it. But maybe this time, does anyone want to refute my definition of a dialogue system? That's monologuing. That's still 2 characters, I guess. You're just between the third one, the fourth one, I would say. So anyway, this is what the definition that we're covering today. And we'll look at some subclasses for dialogue itself. So these are all communication as a means of instruction, narrative advancement, skill check, as well as gameplay. Pardon if these slides. These slides are quite like a year old since the last time I taught in 3247. Okay, so first, instruction, right? Dialogue systems are obviously a more interesting and flexible way to teach tutorials, right? So in this case, this game called Lil Guardsman, you play as the border patrol staff, basically this guy's daughter, and you basically let in people to and from the city, and it's totally your choice, right? And over here, you can say, I already told you, selecting the person means you interrogate them and hear more of their story. It's the best way to find out someone's true intentions sometimes. So you can tell, like, oh, so this is a way to question them more. It's something that you can do as an action as a player. It gives a sense of what's the CNM term for it? Affordances and signifiers. Yes. Okay. Okay. So so fast. Okay. I also want. I'm not sure whether I added in on later in the slides. Okay. Okay. I did. Okay. Great. So also there's this concept of episodic structure. Has anyone heard of this term before? No one? Okay. This term was actually coined by the person who invented Inkle, and ink. So, who has heard of Sorcery, the text RPG? Wow, okay, maybe I'm too into games, but okay. So there's this game called Sorcery, and they had this very unique problem of Sorcery. Who can tell me what's the number one problem with designing an RPG as a game designer? Okay, yeah, progression. Why? What about it? Can I have what? Infinite content. Okay, that the okay. So the issue is, okay, I'm going more of like the branching paths idea, right? So for example, let's say you go up to a NPC, right? You can either say, hey, I accept your quest, versus hey, I don't accept your quest, and hello, eh, I'm covering old content. You know what? You can sit there. I didn't think your tutorials at the start. Do you cover the dialogue system one? It's like week 10. This was week 10, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna cover puzzle design later. I'm not sure whether you take. Anyway, okay. Anyway. So episodic structure. He invented this quite interesting concept called episodic structure. So it's mostly found in RPGs. This anyone knows what this game is? High on Life, very good. Hello. You can sit. Okay, you can sit either table. Yes. Anyone knows what this game is? Witcher 3, very good. All the both of these are essentially RPGs. They have a wide world system, and the interesting thing about the complicated part about RPGs. Oh, I just realized I'm using Discord, so I can't draw. Okay, wait. Surely I can solve like online paint. Is anyone else? Okay, cool. Okay, so for example, over here, right? This is you enter the game, right? And then after that, you speak to old man, right? Speak to old man. And then after that, you rescue the princess, right? The issue with RPGs is that in the middle, you can also do optional quests. For example, maybe there's a quest of like tame chickens, right? And maybe there's another quest like kill wolf. And what happens when these quests interact with each other? For example, if I don't kill the wolf, if I don't do this quest won't spawn for me because the wolf killed all the chickens, right? And it becomes like a NP problem essentially, because if you want to keep it flexible and interesting, you would want you basically wouldn't want like the case where if you do something it doesn't relate to another thing. Okay, what's an example? For example, if there's a very big bad evil guy in town A, right, and town B is like a day's walk away, you don't want to go in town B and suddenly like, oh, everything is cheerful, because everything in town A is not resolved, so there should be some spillover effect. Though all these effects, basically he came out with this in a very interesting way called the episodic structure to solve it. So the example is there's a villager who's scared of a wolf in the woods in an RPG. So this guy goes, help me, there's a wolf in the woods, help me kill it. And what happens usually? What's the main thing that happens when you encounter this NPC? He asks you to kill it, okay, and then? Right, right. That's the main thing. So he began thinking about, okay, what if I don't because his game, sorcery, he wanted to make it as flexible as possible. Meaning he wanted every single action to do something in the game which may be good, maybe bad, maybe neutral. And he had to invent a system to do it. So I recommend watching this video, but essentially what he does is he puts a bunch of flags around. This as game designers, this may get a little technical, but essentially a flag is just a value to say how far are you on this quest. So in this case, first visit there's a wolf. If you can't see, there's like screens on the side and behind. Then we have the revisit, so there's still a wolf. And then they have a flag over here that says peasant impatient. So this is depending on like number of times you visit a peasant, I guess. So after that, he just goes, I'm giving up on you. And then if it's too much already, this is basically a gigantic if else statement. You can see properly. He's killed by the wolf, then the hut is empty and you get chicken. But then let's say you have another thing, right? So this whole other bar represents another state of logic. So this one is not related to the actual peasant itself. It's whether the player himself saw the wolf. Because if you killed the wolf before you saw the peasant, it doesn't make sense for the peasant to give you to say like, hey, you know, I'm still scared of a wolf. The player probably needs to have an option that says, oh, I actually killed the wolf. Here's its head, and the peasant will go, oh, goody, here's a chicken. Yeah, over here. So he created this. Like this seems simple in concept, but you can take reference to this if you ever want to create RPG. Yeah, episodic structure. Okay, skill check. Hello. Is it there? Yes. Alright, who knows what this game is? Yeah, that's right. Very good. Probably not the best screenshot to use, but yeah. So it was a this kind of game. Basically tells you depending on the choice you make, it will affect the outcome of the game, which is classic RPG, right? The reason why it's knowledge based is because the outcomes dependent on the direct knowledge that the player has in the game. Who knows what this game is? Yes, Life is Strange. Very good. And does anyone want to play the game but don't want to play the game, but haven't played the game? Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna spoil it a bit. But I won't give you the answer. But okay, so in this game, this girl is about to commit suicide, right? She's about to jump off a building, right? And she goes like, I have nothing to live for. Who do I have to live for? And there's four options over here: your mother, your father, your sisters, and your brothers. During the game itself, the player actually has the option to go and go travel back in time and basically do a little stalking on her before this actually happens. And depending on how much you care about the character in the first place, so you can ignore her story completely. But because you do that, you're probably gonna pick the wrong choice and she's gonna die anyway. So your player actions actually directly impact the game itself. So dialogue systems can also give you options to reward or disincentivize the player to pay attention to some of the characters as well. Okay, luck based. Who knows what these two games are? Fallout and Baldur's Gate 3. Who plays D&D here? Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, what's your favorite class? Wizard. What's your favorite class? Paladin, Rogue, Bard, Wizard, Sorcerer. Fine. Monk. It's fine. Okay, tell me when you remember. Yeah, okay, so if you haven't played these games before, essentially what this game is for BG3, you roll a 20-sided die. Depending on how your character's stats are distributed, for example, in this case, they have proficiency in deception, so they have add to the roll. So in this case, it's +4, +3, and okay, not like guidance. So this is a +10, right? So your total roll will be 17, even though you rolled 7. So it's really just like a luck-based skill check. And for Fallout, it's not really like luck based per se because you can actually like preset your character. For example, you can say, oh, I want this character to max speech. So I actually, and it was a problem in the game because you can go past like every single thing in every single like bypass every single fight in the game because you max speech and you're so diplomatic until you don't even need to play the game. So this was a massive problem back in the day. What are some problems with this? What are some problems with randomization? Sorry? Yeah, saves coming. Very big problem. Anything else? Very good, very good. That's okay. That was the model answer. But any other ones want to add? Anything? Okay. Yeah, correct. So it's a lot of variants basically. Okay, let's see whether anyone on Discord say anything. I forgot about the timing. I saw New Vegas speech 100. Yes, yes, yes. Exactly. Horror. It was a big problem back in the day. But yeah. So the main issue is that yes, it takes away player agency. However, it's the way you design your dialogue system. If your game wants to be rather linear, then I don't see the issue. If you want a bit less variance, then you can rig the roles somehow. They probably rig the roles in BG3. I refuse to believe I failed so many skill checks at once. But gameplay. This is how dialogue. Over there. Yes, okay, so the main meat of the game is actually dialogue itself. What is a very big genre of game that uses dialogue as the main mechanic? Wow, so fun. Okay. So yeah, visual novels, right? Doki Doki and no, not Cyberpunk. Uh, oh, yeah, that's Valhalla. Okay, very good game by the way. Like you should try it. Okay, so every I'm allowed to spoil Doki Doki. Okay, so Doki Doki Literature Club is a rather like a meta kind of visual novel. The reason why is because at the end of the game, this girl Monica, she tells you like, oh, you should only have eyes for me. And essentially, when you log in the game, you only greeted with this screen and you can't progress in the game. The only way to progress in the game is actually to go inside the game's file itself and delete the file called Monica, and that's how you progress in the game. And then the game will show you like a white screen, and then the credits will roll, and then you'll just be like, what was this game? Yeah. It's actually quite interesting how they did it. Yeah, who's from CS here? Go and watch the video on how they did it. It's quite interesting. For this one, it was very interesting because yes, it's a visual novel, but it addressed one of the more interesting problems about visual novels, which are there's not really enough player interactivity. So they have this system here which allows you. Yep, just shake me over. Yep. But there's this system that allows you to basically mix drinks for patrons. And usually patrons will come in and be like, oh, I just want this drink. And you just open up a menu, select the drink you want, and then give it to them. However, there is an insane amount of content in the fact that every single time you give a different drink to the patron, they'll react completely differently. So they actually took some examples from the episodic structure that I mentioned before, and they have like completely different like outcomes for the game. For example, you can actually make an NPC like drunk drive, and then like you just don't see him for the rest of the game. Yeah, it's a thing. So yeah, you can use it as part of the main meat of your game if you choose to do something like visual novel. Yeah. Gameplay, right? I wanted to show you this. Wait, sorry, wait. Let me. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Okay, before we continue. Okay, before we continue, who thinks that this girl is trustworthy? Trustworthy. So basically, this game, you are given a choice whether to lead, like allow someone inside the town or not. So who thinks that this girl is trustworthy? Who who thinks she's not trustworthy? And why? Oh, very astute. Okay, let's continue. Okay. So what are some, okay, let me just post a link on Discord. Yes, it might be mine. So true. Okay. So what exactly can you tell, or what are some unique features of this new character versus like a average character that you see now? What are something different? Okay, yeah. Anything else? But the main thing. Do all RPGs characters sound like this? Are y'all playing like Frozen, the RPG or something? Okay. So the main thing I was looking for was she was singing, right? She was being part of her personality and everything, right? And clear it out. And if you want the gameplay to be basically the meat of your game in the visual novel, you have to realize that it's not actually just the characters themselves, right? It's actually the interaction between the character and who they're talking to. For example, yes, you could do the whole like princess ad living thing to the wall, right? But you see how like the juxtaposition of her interacting like a Disney princess versus like the down to earth Leo, which you are playing, really like emphasizes like how the stark difference of this. Like for example, when I was actually playing the game, all the like the whole soundtrack actually changed the moment she appeared on the screen, and I was just like, this was after like 15 other people in the whole game, so I was like, whoa, this is actually kind of something quite interesting that I found out. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Food for thought. Yes. So who knows about this game? Who has seen this game? Yes. Sorry. Three. Three houses. I can't remember it. Fire Emblem, right? Three houses. Is that Fire Emblem? It's Fire Emblem. Yeah, okay. So I saw this Fire Emblem game. Basically, you have a guy, right? You're talking to this guy called Ash, right? And there's so many bright flowers I've never seen back at home, and herbs I never even knew existed. So you have two dialogue options, right? I've never had much interest in plants, and you seem well informed on the subject. Who can tell me what is the right option to pick? Right option. Right. Why? Wow. Wow. You're so okay, but like. I don't know. Can run please like. I know CS very hard to empathize with people, but like you can see why the second one's the right option, right? Am I yeah, right? We're using our brains. So why I don't why I have an issue with this dialogue system is that I don't feel I feel like dialogue system shouldn't just be something that you do to get it over and done with. Like for example, if you look at this, if you obviously like say I never had much interest in but obviously this guy is gonna not like you. It's probably gonna affect gameplay progression, right? So the only option to pick is literally you seem well informed of the subject, which defeats the whole purpose of a dialogue system. But I get like the main purpose of the game I guess isn't really the dialogue system. So yeah, I was thinking of why some games decide to do this. I'm pretty sure there are like better ways to build trust events. If you're gonna do it in such a linear fashion and test, or maybe this is like a robot capture test, to like prevent the CS students from like using empathy. Who knows? But yeah, this I thought that this wasn't really a very good mechanic in the game. Okay, what makes a now we have said a lot, or I have said a lot. Let's discuss on what makes a good dialogue system. Okay, we're doing good on time. Okay, so let's have the discussion of the following prompt. Imagine you are designing a let's see. Okay, two groups can. Or we can do 3-3. 3-3. You all want to have like two big groups or like 3-3? I'm gonna put 3-3 because I like people talking more. Okay. So three of you, 3 of you, 4 of you. Okay. What makes a good dialogue system? Discuss for 3 minutes. The prompt is imagine you are designing a dialogue system of the subclass of narrative advancement. So that's basically like RPG lah, per se. Conversations will affect gameplay through minor characters, but will not affect main story, which is rather deep. So we're talking about like side quests, right? The game genre will be single player RPG with the main bulk of the game being combat encounters and interacting with NPCs, and the lead designer wants the conversations to feel organic. So yeah. So each group come up with one feature that you think will make dialogue more organic. And are there any other things to know when designing that through dialogue itself, as in the actual narrative phrasing of the dialogue? So take about I'll give you like 5 minutes until like 8-10. So discuss among your groups. Go, discuss. Or you can group just discuss as like two groups. It's fine. For those on Discord, you all can talk also. Or you can just like say in the chat. And discuss on Discord also. Just like say one feature that you would think make dialogue more okay in an RPG. One last minute. If you haven't said anything, please say something. Okay, time's up. Okay, is it want to tell us? What's one new feature? Okay, just in case Discord didn't hear, we'll talk about the reputation system. Is there any games that explicitly use this kind of system that you can think of? Sorry. Wait, do you say Rainbow? Yeah, very good. Rainbow. Okay, so if you don't know what Rainbow is, you play as a slug cat. For you all CS individuals, you should also read the guy's paper on procedural animation. It was really good. So in Rainbow, you interact with a bunch of different clans, right? And the game doesn't even have a dialogue system, but it's an implicit dialogue system. For example, if you hunt down stuff like people from the Yellow Clan, people from the Yellow Clan will hear about this random killer that roaming around killing us. So the moment you interact with them, they'll immediately try and kill you. So okay, but a more well-known game maybe it's Undertale, right? You have the three routes, anarchy, pacifist, and normal, right? So in the anarchist route, you kill everything. Some certain shops will like just not be there in the game because there's a mass murderer on the loose. Why would I open a shop, right? Yeah, okay. Reputation system. How about this group? Anything? Okay. Yeah, very good. Hades actually has like episodic structure. It's done by episodic structure. So there was a interview by the game designer, lead narrative designer for Hades. So you can see like the guy who actually invented it, like stirred up the narrative design scene quite a bit. For game designers, yeah. Okay. Anyone in Discord want to say anything? Rumor system. You want to elaborate more? Okay, cool. Right. Are there any things to take note when designing? Anyone? Anyone can answer this? Hmm. Okay, so we are doing more dialogue options outside of main story, basically. Yeah. Okay. Are there any problems like that you can foresee when you do that? If someone does that? Yes. Okay. Yeah. What do you miss? Aside from that. if I go out to an NPC and then I say hi, and then the game gives me 25 dialogue choices, and each of these dialogue choices will affect the you can see how the problem just becomes like exponentially hard, right? So the main takeaway for this kind of dialogue system is yes, you want to make it more organic, yes, you want to make it more flexible, but always remember every single time you add a dialogue, you're basically if it actually affects the story, you're basically making times two. Like you're basically like multiplying every single path by two if you think about it, because like let's say you have a dialogue option A, right? It could be A or not A, right? So this is another path. You could answer not A or A, and then let's say that further down the road, right, there's like a B path, right? B not B, right? Let's say not B goes to like ending one, this thing goes to like ending two, not B here goes to ending one or so, and then this goes to ending three. You can see like every single time you make important dialogue option, it branches out. Basically times two if it actually affects the main story. So yeah, just be careful about this when you're designing dialogue systems. I don't think in school you'll actually design a very very big dialogue system game. Maybe CNM you will. Like two of my batchmates did a visual novel. Yeah, I think they did. How many lines was there? 500k lines. The girl wrote 500k lines. I was so impressed. The story is actually good. Yeah, I was like, wow, oh my gosh. Okay. Anyone from Discord want to say anything about anything extra that I may have missed out for design dialogue? Okay. This is under wait. So this is answering the first question, is it? The feature. Or okay. I see. Okay. Yeah, you can also do it that way. Basically, what they meant was you have a bar, right? And you can put like karma or something. Depending on how much like the bars fill, let's say 70%, the text can have like karma 70, karma 60, karma like 80, right? And this dialogue option just won't show because your karma is not high enough. Also a good way to manage it. Yeah, thank you to the guy on Discord. Okay, so what makes a good dialogue system, right? Who can tell me what this game is? Nothing? Okay. It's a airport. This game is called an airport for aliens that is run by dogs. You can go Google. I'm not making this shit up. So essentially what this game is, it's a silly little indie game. You are stranded at an airport with your girlfriend, I think, and you're just like interacting with all these dogs, which are billboarded in the game. It looks very scuffed, but it's very interesting. So three things I want to say about making a good dialogue system. One is clarity of intent. So if I let's say, hey, I want to very good example, for example, is okay, let's say you're in an RPG, right? And you're talking to this person that you're not really interested in the story with. So you go up to her and then the person says that, oh, I have there's some trouble around those trees. And the dialogue option says, sorry, I don't want to bother with this, right? And click it, and then your character just goes like, I hate you, you should die now, and you should solve your own problems. And then like she starts like stabbing her. Like obviously that's not what you intended to portray as the character, right? So a very big issue with Telltale games. So who has heard of Telltale? Right. Like the Walking Dead series, or you just think of all those like narratively designed games. They have a ton of playtesting to make sure when players pick the option, they will tell the players like, do you really mean that? And it's a very you have to test every single branch. So that's the way game dev goes. Organic, so you may deviate from this depending on the game genre. For example, you can make games and dialogue more linear if that's not the main part of your game. If you want to talk about like exposition, think of like Hollow Knight. Think about what's a good example. Okay, I can't think. Callbacks. Right. Callbacks are basically who here has played Stanley Parable? Who has heard of Stanley? Okay, who hasn't heard of Stanley Parable? Haven't heard? Yes? No? Okay. Stanley Parable is essentially a game you play as a guy called Stanley, right? And the intro goes, you are hype. You are Stanley. You are made to push a button every day. So you're just down there and you're pushing a button, right? And suddenly all of a sudden all the screen goes off, or I forgot what the premise is. But basically, there's a narrator and he'll attempt to guide you on like the game specified path. But you can go out of your way to just screw around with the narrator. There's like hundreds of different endings that you can end with the game. Callbacks are like, for example, there's one scene in the game where, let's say, the one of the endings is like you ignore the work, right? So when you respawn the next session, your whole office will be flooded with paper because you ignored the work and all the orders start piling up. So you can think of the dialogue systems as callbacks to old times. You can think about like, for example, or the simplest example would be let's say the farmer incident, right? If I already killed the wolf and I show the farmer the head, I don't want the farmer to go, oh, but you still need to kill the wolf, right? It doesn't make any sense. So you have to make sure that whatever you do in the game affects the dialogue options if it does affect the dialogue option. Yeah. Okay. Clarity of intent. Yeah. So like I said, the problem with Telltale games is that like what does this mean? You know, like looking for is it angry tone? Is it looking for? Is it looking for? You know, it you can't really have like a add tone to words itself. You know what I mean? Like we'll do it somehow. This could be like, oh, really stable. Like we'll do it somehow, like motivational, or like we'll do it somehow irritation, right? You really don't know. Okay, organic. I wanted to show you this. Who knows what this game is? Okay, I'm just gonna post it on Discord. So Stanley wishes to leave the room. So true. Okay, I think it's a Catan Zero. Yeah. Okay, great. Sorry. Let me. Okay. I'm gonna speed this out a bit. Okay, y'all notice something? Let me rewind a bit. Okay, ready? Okay, see right? What's the dialogue option? What's the dialogue option now? Right? Different, right? This is one of the most unique like dialogue systems I've seen. The Koreans, man. Oh, to the Koreans. They're so smart. I love the studio. But okay, can anyone tell me why this is good? Or like what makes it organic? Yes, okay, sure. But because of that, it also like allows the player to play as a really pissed off samurai guy, you know. They can just go like, oh, you know, I don't really care about anything. And it really shows because after this, right, the guy becomes normal. And a normal person would have to go through the normal because notice how fast the text is scrolling also. Okay, notice see note when the line ends. You see? When the timer went out of the red zone, this line finished. It's just like real life, you know. This is one of the most like, purest organic systems I have ever seen in a game. It actually feels like you're talking to a person. You can feel irritation. You can feel like I don't give a shit about what you're saying, so you can just skip, you know. And yeah, the entire gameplay is like this. And depending on how long you wait, you can also right wait for the bar to completely run out, and like it will just and the game will treat it like the character didn't say anything. So you can just stand there and be like and then the person will be like, okay. And then the level will end and you can just like walk. And it's hilarious, yes. But yeah, very organic system that you can refer to if you're thinking about like a dialogue system. Anyone that say anything. Interesting, the QT forces quick time action and force. Yes, exactly. So you and also that it is voiced so you understand the correct. Exactly. Yes. Okay, I just wanna note this guy who said where's this guy? Thought someone said Genshin. Yeah, okay. So this guy said Genshin Impact, right? and on like the issue. Okay, why I would say Genshin Impact is a linear game. Is anyone gonna disagree with me? Wait, who here doesn't play Genshin Impact? Gosh. Not even CS. Okay, anyway. Those who play Genshin Impact, right? Does anyone think the story is non-linear? Yes, right? No, I'm assuming everyone thinks like Genshin Impact is a linear storyline because it is a linear storyline, right? You literally can't like magically steal the random chess piece back from the Fatui, right? So because of that, right, it falls into this problem. But this isn't really a problem because it's a linear storyline, and it just gives you a little bit more like illusion. I think someone mentioned illusion of choice, which the player will make like dialogue choices of, right? Oh, okay. It also tries to emulate the pace of a real conversation. Yeah, exactly. Okay, this is my last slide. Callbacks, right? Hades and Stanley Parable, right? So as I mentioned here, the dialogue changes depending on what boss you defeat, what you get killed by. So as you can see here, like greetings, father. My ransacker is delight. Thank you for asking. So we just beyond my reading. So you already know that this character probably went through the player probably went through the game like or a few runs to get this line right. If not, it'll be like, shut up, boy. You should shut up. I don't know. I forgot what the dialogue is, but yeah. Yeah. So then sat around waiting for more dialogue, but okay. So yeah, this thing is when you just stay still and don't move the entire game, and the game will just end after like a few narrations. Yeah. So certain actions in the game should inspire certain dialogue choices. Yeah. Okay, ignore this. Haha. You want a break? Okay, cool. Okay, welcome back to lecture. I think you all saw this already, right? Never? You never come on my lecture? You remember? Is the Baba is you one? Okay, anyway. Okay, those on Discord, the IR people said that they do want a break, so if you want a break, just go toilet first. Okay. Let's do some puzzle design. Who knows what this game is? Yes, Baba is you. Who doesn't know what Baba is you is? Okay, so Baba is you is a game. Actually, that's very interesting. Okay, you know what? Okay, let's talk about this first. Okay, so some things to reflect on, right? Who here has seen this before? I think like GQ teaches you this, right? Just one by one guy saw this before. Good. Okay, not this exact image, but like the what you know and what you don't know thing, right? So what you know, what you don't know, same thing operates in game and puzzle design, right? So you have what you know, you know. What are some examples of what you know about like when you think of puzzle design? Sorry. Okay. So the main mechanic. Can you give an example? Portal gun. Okay. So okay. Okay, let's go for a simpler example first. Mario, right? You fall in a gap, Mario dies. You know, right? What you don't know, you know. Sorry? Kind of true. Okay. Okay, this is a bit hard, but let's go to what you know you don't know. This example can be quite simple, I think. Sorry? Okay, yeah. Basically, let's say you're playing RPG, right? And suddenly you see let's say you're playing Mario, and let's say you see a red turtle rushing towards you, and you never see a red turtle. You know how to beat the red turtle? If you haven't even interacted with it, no, right? So this is a new thing. But okay, we'll explain. I'll talk about that later also. And what you don't know, you don't know. Um, that's basically a vacuum space where hopefully you don't want the player to be. So the player can either see something and they will instinctively know. What you don't know, you know, is basically think about it this way. If you have experienced how to beat a green turtle before and you see a red turtle, right? The player will be like, oh, so I'm just gonna try to beat it the same way I beat a green turtle. And it actually works. The only difference between the red and green turtles in Mario is that the red turtles won't walk off the edge. Right? What you know you don't know is through experimentation. Right? You can actually try and interact with the game. This is why we have tutorials. Like if you think of games like Cuphead, Dark Souls, they all have tutorials. Although they are severely hard games, they all have tutorials to guide the player. You never want the player to be this. Everyone, if the player is here, that means you've done a bad job at design. Okay, yeah, so this is what I've said. Okay. Okay, what makes a good puzzle game? Consistent rule set, proper application of rules, making the player learn the puzzle rule set themselves, teach, apply, extend. This is what. Okay, let me see what I put this. Okay, so there's also this thing called like the Mario effect, right? And if you actually seen who has not played World 1-1 for Mario? Okay. Let me. Okay, it's somewhere in here. Is it here? Maybe. No. Okay, no. Puzzle design, data thing. Okay, I guess not. Okay, never mind, ignore me. It's probably somewhere. In Mario games, right? They have this very famous Nintendo formula, which is you allow the player to try something in a very safe environment first, and then you do the exact same thing, but without the safe environment. What I mean by that is, for example, in Mario, right? When you jump on the block, like okay, so for Mario World 1-1, right? There's a platform. You spawn here, right? There's a hollow block here, right? There's a question mark block here. Everyone familiar with this thing? Okay. So when you jump, you can jump on top of the platform, right? So this allows you to get hang of jumping. And why do you have to jump on the platform? Okay. What makes you want to jump on the platform? Sorry? Yeah, very good. So actually two things. So one is the question mark block, right? The other one is if you actually remember there's like a bar that goes towards here. And if the number touches you, you die. So you have the incentive to jump. So you have the added incentive to also jump. And jumping, if you actually see, is the only way to interact with this block, which spawns a mushroom. Game design is like you don't really think about this, but if you sit in the shoes of game designers, you can actually there's actually quite a lot of deep decisions based on all these. So consistent rule set. Right. Okay, who hasn't played Bowers? You raise your hand. Okay, you come up. Everyone clap. Yeah. Okay, wait, let me fix it. Okay. Sorry, what's your name? Gia. Okay. So everyone, let's see how Gia interacts with this game. Yeah, sit down, sit down, sit down. Okay. Very good. Okay, so what can you tell from this? Right, so over here you have move. Oh, you can play around, just help you play around. Right. So so you experimented. Don't worry. Just stay here for a sec. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing she did was she pushed the rock, right? And implicitly there's actually tons stuff you can learn from like if you experiment around now. You just witness that the rock you can push, right? Why do you think? Right, rocks push. Right? And you have and then you realize, hey, there's a bunch of rules, right? Whoa, stop. Try moving against the wall. Right, can you move? No, right? Cannot, right? What? Stop. Flag is win. Just now when she touched the flag, you won, right? Congratulations. Baba is you. I know what that is. Okay, try moving outside. Okay, so you can see that this. Yeah. Whoa! See that? went outside. Okay, try playing around. Play around the words. Like push it. Okay. Right. You notice that the game like music stop, everything stop. Why? That's it. Because yeah, see? So yeah, and let's say you take away flag spin, right? The particle effects go away, right? There's no signifier that the flag is spin. So go for the flag. See? Eh? You didn't win. Right. What if you remove all and stop? One stage can tell you all these things, but the player has to experiment. What happens if the player doesn't experiment like this? Normal game will teach you anyway. This is why the game is. It rewards you for experimenting before you start. Okay, try winning the game now.
Oh, I can't.
Yes, you can.
The win is gone.
Okay, you can still like push it up.
Oh!
Whoa! What happened? So she also experimented and then she found out that wall is rock. So she can turn all the walls to rock. Why are you not informed? Someone created this in like a week, you know? This was a game jam game created in a week. So be inspired, it's insane.
Too much.
Yes, but there's no wall.
It's over.
It's over. Okay, never mind. Everyone. Okay, thank you. Okay. Who's next? Okay, wait. Before that, right, you notice that Baba is you, flag spin, right? And you can do quite meta things because you see this thing here. This stage is actually a stage itself. The level selector is a stage itself. But you haven't got too far in the game to experiment. So you can think of these meta puzzles like this. Okay. Okay, so just now, okay, I didn't really. Oh my god, the Discord people can't see. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Wait a second. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try slice. Okay, I'm sorry, Discord people, but just now when I played the stage, when you press escape, there's essentially these rules on the map. And okay, so yeah, what can you learn here? You learn the basic set of rules. You can Jia showed us that you can change the win condition, right? You can change your character controller. You can change how you interact with other stuff. Hello. Sit down. Oh, hello. Yeah, just sit down. Anyway. Yeah. So we learned that we can change the character controller. You can change physics on the game. If you remove this, remember she walked through the wall. You can change win condition. If you remove the win condition, you can't win the game. Right? The rock is push. Just now when you remove the thing, you can't push the rock. You know? And then congratulations, you win. So why did my stream start down? That's just not very nice. Huh? Okay, wait. Let me boot out the game again. This could be because my dad recently asked me to buy Black Myth Wukong for him. So he may be messing with my Steam account. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on. Oh, what's going on? Huh? My dad's playing another game. Okay. Okay. Right, we are back to our regular scheduled programming. Okay, so what I can learn here. Right, now let's do, I think this is 3? No, it's not. Who has not played Baba as you again? Is there anyone else? Not you, just cause you. I know you, that's why we should have you. Yeah, come on. Sorry lah, it's easy. Surely you can solve this. Okay, everyone please give around 5
Yeah, I solved it.
Okay, wait, just sit down. Okay. Wait for it to load. That's horrible. Steam should change this. Okay, but try to solve this in your head. Try to solve this puzzle in your head first before we go to our regular scheduled programming. Oh, yeah, my dad's playing Wukong. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright. Okay, step 1, share on Discord because I am surely tech literate. Oh, there's one guy on Discord only? No. Okay, wait. Okay, how do I? Windows. Baba is you, Baba is you. Okay. Oh, but the recording won't show. Doesn't matter. Recording people suck. Okay. New game. Okay. So try experiment now. Okay. Oh. So why can't you do that?
Oh.
Anyone can explain why he could go through the wall? You didn't solve it yet. Yeah. So Baba. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Why?
So, why is this wrong? Right. So Baba is not you. You don't control anything. Therefore, you're not suffering okay.
I see.
Okay. So yeah, that's okay. So now you.
Thank you.
Hey, sit down. You're not done. So you go through one stage, right? But is this yeah. Oh. What's this? Huh? This is it. Exactly. I did it. What does this teach you about it? You can move around. Yeah. Oh wow, your character is different. Why? What is your character?
Wow.
How do you know this? Very good. You have the definition there that what is you. Wow, you can walk through flags. So you can see, right? Yes, the game can be weird and wacky, but the rule set is still consistent, right? Yeah, okay, everyone. Yeah. So very good. You know, you explored it and you beat the game. Yay! Okay. Thank you. Alright. So let me switch back to Discord and switch back to slides. Okay, right. So all these, right? Like we experimented just now. You can't walk through walls the moment this thing is disconnected. You can walk through walls because the rule set wall is stopped is no longer in game, right? So what's the conditions of that for a rule to be created? Do you implicitly know this? What are the conditions? Is okay. And what are there like any what would you call these two things? Okay, yeah, very good. So if you think about it, or if you experiment more, right? Just now, what happened when Is it Gia? She put what she put? Wall is rock. What happened? Yeah. So that means you can put two objects with an is, right? But you can't put two meta actions with an is, or you can also not put alright. So there's also a very interesting thing that you may not have taken note of. Why can I mean it's quite obvious when you see it now, but you notice that this is vertical. So it actually shows you implicitly that you can actually connect stuff vertically as well as horizontally, right? The order doesn't matter, but okay, the order matters if basically you read it from top to bottom, left to right, right? And all this you learn in the first 3 levels. Right, what can you learn here? You're on the flag but you don't win, why? Yep, simple, right? Okay, everyone can tell what's the character? Wow, correct. First of this, what is you? What are some implicit rules that you learn while playing this game? Okay, yeah, you have to have a character in the game in order to win, otherwise you can't win, right? Anything else? You push things, okay? Yeah, you can't pull them, correct. Okay, anything else? Very good, okay, yeah. When they're together and stuff. Okay, cool. Okay, right. One last volunteer, please. Who hasn't played this game? Any last volunteers? Yeah? Yes, Hui Jie, right? Jie Hui. Almost there, almost there. Okay, so Jie Hui will now play this game. This level, right? Oh, where's Baba? Okay, that's Baba. So he's pushing a rock. And can anyone tell me where the flag is? Right, right. What happens if you interact with the lava? Z. Die, right? So now you have a problem. The flag on the right, there's a sort of immovable lava in the middle. And like you might be thinking like why can't I interact with lava? What are some of the things to show you like lava will kill you? And yeah. So you can see okay, he did just now, but basically he walked with five lava because rock is the lava is the so you insert die. Okay, remember what you learned just now? What are some of the rules? Can change objects into other objects. You can change attributes of objects. Okay. So you can't. So as you can see here, you can probably interact over here like lava is melt, right? So lava is hot, and over there war is stop, right? So as a player, you look at this and be like, okay, so in order to change lava, I have to change wall, right? Because it's blocked out by wall. But in order to change wall, I have to get past lava. So I have to change bubble as well. But can I change bubble as well? No, because it's blocked by the wall which is there. So in your head you have these 3 lines that you want to change, but all of them cannot be changed, therefore can't change. So the solution is clearly something else. Okay. You wanna call a friend?
Yeah, I got this.
Alright, let's go. Okay. Yazzie got. Oh wait. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Okay. Right. Now we know the solution, right? Very good. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the simpler way to solve this, I guess. That was very meta, holy shit, but yeah. I didn't even think of that solution, my god. So I think if I'm not wrong, the simplest solution is like, what is this level supposed to teach you at least? I think yeah. So what is level supposed to teach you is that certain rules override other rules, right? So as you can see here, lava is push, lava is hot, power is melt. But some rules will override it. If I can push it, therefore I can't enter it, therefore I won't melt. Okay. Wow, isn't that great? Okay, another one like very very silly solution that I found out was so yeah, you can also do that. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so now I'm just gonna stop the recording.